So students, in the last lectures, we started with the superconductivity and we went through the uh, properties of superconductors, what is superconductivity, critical and transition temperature, properties which are affected in the superconducting state and the properties which are not affected in the superconducting state. Then most important, what is Meissner effect, critical current strength, impurity. Okay, so these are the factors which are affecting the superconducting states. So today we are going to talk about the thermal properties in the superconducting state. Thermal properties in the superconducting state. So how the thermal properties of the materials vary or change at the superconducting state. So this article is all about that. So there are number of thermal properties of interest in the superconducting and normal states which are important from the point of development of the fundamental theory of superconductivity, and the properties which vary in the superconducting state are: number one, latent heat of transition. Latent heat of transition. So students, in the last lecture, I told you that superconductivity is destroyed if it is kept in the magnetic field. Okay, so if a magnetic field is applied to the superconductors, it can, at a certain point of magnetic field Hc, which is known as the critical magnetic field, the superconductivity is being destroyed and the material comes to its normal conducting state, right? So when the superconductivity is destroyed isothermally, means at a constant temperature. Let us see, this is a superconductor and we are keeping the temperature T constant. However, we are destroying the superconductivity by applying the magnetic field H, let's say. Then what happens that the superconductor absorb heat. Okay, so when when the superconducting state is changing to the normal state, let us say this is the Hc, this is critical magnetic field, this is the superconducting state, and this is the normal state. So when the superconducting state is changes to the normal state, it absorbs the heat. Okay, in this case, when the heat is reduced to retain the superconductivity, this latent heat of transition, this is known as the latent heat of transition, which is being absorbed, and the expression for the latent heat of transition is Q is equal to minus rho T Hc upon 4 pi Wa into dHc by dt into 10 raised to power minus 7, where Q is the latent heat of transition, Q is the latent heat of transition, rho is the density of the superconducting material, Wa is the atomic weight, T is the temperature, okay. Since we know that Hc is 0 at Tc, where Tc is the ट्रांजिशन और द क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर. ठीक है, क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर क्या होता है, जहाँ पे मटेरियल सुपर कंडक्टिंग स्टेट में चला जाता है, राइट. सो दिस इज Tc एंड एट Tc Hc, the value of Hc is 0. The value of magnetic field is 0 at this particular temperature, right? So we know that Hc is 0 at Tc. So there is no latent heat of transition in the absence of magnetic field. So there is no latent Hc यहाँ पे पुट करोगे तो Q आपका 0 हो जाएगा. So no latent heat of transition, that is Q is equal to 0. That is Q is equal to 0 at critical temperature. At critical temperature Tc. Okay, so this is first property, first thermal property, latent heat of transition. Second one is entropy. Entropy क्या होती है, किसी को पता है? What is entropy? Yes, any one of you, what is entropy? No idea? What is entropy? Muskan. Devendra. Any one of you? Ishita. Chandrakala, are you there? Preeti.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, entropy is the randomness, the disorderness of any system.
Yeah. So entropy is the randomness or disorder in the system. Okay. So now we will see what will happen to entropy in the superconducting state. So in the we know that in superconducting state, the conductivity of the materials drastically increases and resistance becomes zero. So what does that mean? Entropy को बढ़ना चाहिए या कम होना चाहिए? बताइए. अगर रेजिस्टेंस जीरो हो जाती है, हाँ, कम होना चाहिए ना. रैंडमनेस अगर कम हो जाती है सिस्टम में तो एंट्रोपी कम हो जाएगी.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, क्योंकि कंडक्टिविटी बढ़ रही है, रेजिस्टेंस आपकी जीरो हो जाती है. रेजिस्टेंस जीरो कब होगी? जब सारे एटम जो हैं, सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है वो ऑर्डर में होंगे, राइट. और अगर सारे ऑर्डर में होंगे तो इट मीन्स एंट्रोपी विल डिक्रीज, राइट. So in all superconductors, the entropy decreases. Entropy decreases significantly on cooling below the critical temperature. On cooling below the critical temperature. Tc. We know that entropy is a measure of disorder of the system, and therefore the observed decrease in the entropy between the normal state and the superconducting state tells us that superconducting state is more ordered than the normal state. We can also say that all the electrons thermally excited in the normal state are ordered in the superconducting state, क्योंकि mostly जो randomness किसकी वजह से होती है, temperature की वजह से होती है. When you increase the temperature, the electrons will start moving here and there, so entropy of the system will increase. Okay, so जितने भी thermally excited electrons होते हैं, when you cool down the superconducting materials below its critical temperature, then they will come, they will be in order, and hence the entropy will decrease. If we see the type 1 superconductors, type 1 superconductors are also known as the soft superconductors, and I will after this article we will discuss what is type 1 and type 2 superconductors. So in soft superconductors, the periodicity extends up to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter, and this length is known as the coherence length. मतलब जहां तक सिस्टम के अंदर पीरियोडिसिटी है उसको आप क्या बोलते हो, कोहेरेंस लेंथ. फॉर एग्जांपल, लेट अस से दिस इज द arrangement of atoms in the superconducting materials. Now let us say this periodicity is maintained, let us say up to here, and after this atom is missing in the structure. So we can say that the periodicity is extended up to 4 atoms, and let's say this distance is up to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter. So the superconducting state of the material depends upon how much periodicity is there inside the material, and this length is also known as the coherence length. Okay, so this is all about entropy. Then next one is specific heat. So under normal circumstances, in normal metals, the specific heat varies as a function of temperature, and the variation is like this. Specific heat for normal metals is equal to gamma T plus beta T cube. Okay, where this first term is the contribution to the specific heat due to the electrons. So we can say this is the electronic contribution, and the second term here, this is the contribution due to the lattice vibrations. Due to the lattice vibrations. Okay, now since we know that the electronic contribution, the contribution of the electrons towards the specific heat in the superconducting state would be 0, because all the electrons, they will be in their stable state, in their ordered state. So this contribution will be 0 for the supercapacitors, and in case of supercapacitors, there is the relation of specific heat is not linear with the temperature, rather it is exponential. So specific heat increases exponentially with the temperature. Okay, it varies exponentially with the temperature. So the relation is C in the superconducting state as a function of temperature is given by A exponential minus delta T, where delta is a constant factor, divided by KB T, where KB is the Boltzmann constant and T is the temperature. Okay, so this is how the specific heat of superconductors varies as a function of temperature. Fourth one is energy gap. So energy gap may also exist in the superconducting electronic levels, separating them from the lowest excited state. from the ground state. And if you see the specific heat, the electronic band gap can be given from the same expression, and this is Eg is equal to 2 delta. Delta is by this one, okay? And normally the value of delta observed for the superconductors is equal to 1.4 kBTC, where Kb is the Boltzmann constant, T is the critical temperature. So this is the value of delta that has been observed for the superconductor. So Ag is equal to 2 into 1.4 kb Tc, or you can say Eg upon kb Tc is equal to 2.8. Okay, so this is often called, this delta function is often called the energy gap parameter. And if you see in the normal state, the gap is represented by maybe by this is the filled one, or you can say the valence band. And this is the Fermi level. Okay, but in case of superconducting materials, the electrons are just below the Fermi level, and you can say that here the band gap may decrease. This is like this. So you'll have the electron concentration in the band gap itself. This is Eg. So next one is thermal conductivity.
मैम प्रीवियस पेज दिखाना। डन मैम।
Okay. So next one is thermal conductivity. So the thermal conductivity of superconductors, it undergoes a continuous change between the two phases and is usually lower in the superconducting phase, suggesting that the electronic contribution drops and the superconducting electrons possibly playing no part in the heat transfer. Okay, so in the superconducting state, the thermal conductivity of the electrons decreases. Okay, so this was all about the thermal properties in the superconducting state, how the thermal properties are varying in the superconducting state. Okay, next one is type 1 and type 2 superconductors. Type 1 and type 2 superconductors. So superconducting materials, based upon their qualities, based upon their properties, they can be classified into two groups, type 1 and type 2 superconductors. Type 1 superconductors, which are also known as the soft superconductors. तो टाइप 1 सुपरकंडक्टर्स में क्या होता है कि there is a sharp critical field. If this is representing the magnetic field, let's say So there is a sharp value of the magnetic field over which, below which the material will be having its superconducting state, and above this field value the material will be normal conductor. ये strictly Meissner effect follow करते हैं, right? So above this Hc, the penetration of the magnetic field inside the material increases. However, below this Hc, the magnetic lines of force inside the material will be zero. तो यहाँ पे magnetic flux क्या होगा? Completely zero होगा. But above this Hc, the magnetic lines of force will be there inside the material. So above Hc वो एक normal conductor के जैसे behave करेगा, and below Hc it will behave like a complete superconductor. Okay, so these are called soft superconductors or type 1 superconductors. Now type 2 superconductors क्या होते हैं? Type 2 superconductors, or these are also called as hard superconductors. तो इन टाइप 2 सुपरकंडक्टर्स जो आपका क्रिटिकल फील्ड होता है दैट इज नॉट ए सिंगल पॉइंट, ठीक है, इसमें शार्प ट्रांजिशन नहीं होती है. कैसे होता है? लेट अस से दिस इज द ऑन एक्स एक्सिस दिस इज द अप्लाइड फील्ड, एंड on y-axis if this is the magnetization inside the material, then what will happen that at a particular value of magnetic field, let us say this one, let us say this is Hc1, here below this field, below the value of this Hc1, the material will be complete superconducting. However, as you increase the magnetic field further, there is not a sharp transition, there is not a sharp cut. The magnetic lines of force, they will start penetrating the material, and slowly this magnetization becomes zero at this point, which is known as the Hc2. ठीक है. So Hc1 is termed as the lower critical field. Hc1 is termed as the lower critical field. This is known as the lower critical field. So at Hc1, below Hc1, the material is diamagnetic and flux is completely excluded. तो इसके नीचे जो मटेरियल है वो completely आपका diamagnetic है, और यहाँ पे flux जो है, magnetic lines of force, they cannot penetrate the material, so therefore magnetic flux will be having zero value. Okay, Hc1, I told you, this is termed as the lower critical field. So at Hc1, at this point, the flux begins to penetrate the superconducting material, and this penetration increases until this Hc2 is reached, where the magnetization vanishes. यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो मैग्नेटाइजेशन, दिस इज द वाई एक्सिस में क्या है? मैग्नेटाइजेशन है. तो यहाँ पे क्या है? मैग्नेटाइजेशन वैनिश हो रहा है, and the specimen becomes normal conductor. So at this point the specimen will become normal conductor. Okay, this Hc2 is known as upper critical field. This is known as the upper critical field. Okay, between Hc1 and Hc2, between this Hc1 and Hc2, the flux density means B is not equal to 0, and the Meissner effect is said to be incomplete. ठीक है, यहाँ पे तो completely follow हो रहा है Meissner effect, but यहाँ पे Meissner effect is not completely followed and it is said to be incomplete. Okay, so there is a gradual fall of the magnetization as the field is increased in type 2 superconductors. You can see here from this state to this state there is a gradual fall in the magnetization. In the region between Hc1 and Hc2, the superconductivity is partially destroyed. In this region, the superconductivity is partially destroyed and is said to be vortex or intermediate state. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Intermediate state. Intermediate state. Okay, they are also known as the hard superconductors that I told you. Okay, so this is all about the type 1 and type 2 superconductors. कई बार एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है what is the difference between type 1 and type 2 superconductors or what is the difference between soft and hard superconductors. Okay, so this is how you need to explain the difference between the two. Yes, is it clear, students? Any doubt?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay, so now let me take your attendance.